about us talking a little bit about history of the Rotary Club. I got in the Rotary Club in 1960 when Jerry Brewer's daddy, with Mr. H.F., Mr. Brewer was president of this club in 1960. And I thought about it all day this morning about the legacy of the San Antonio Rotary Club. I'd like to know how many of you all that are sitting here are legacies of people who passed on within your family that went to the Rotary Club. How many of you? Look at the hands. And how many past presidents do we have in this club right now? Okay. One thing that I am deeply honored about as far as my family is concerned, that Earl Moore, my nephew, is a fourth generation of my father, of my family in the Rotary Club. It started with my granddad and his great-granddaddy, and my daddy, and then his daddy, and then Earl. So that's something that the Moore family is so appreciative for. Another thing that I'm appreciative for in the club is the fact that we began to take ladies into our club. And the first lady who became a member of this club was Sarah Bondra. She was editor of the Democrat. And since then, we've taken just a number of ladies in, and I'll just have to tell you men, I think our club would be in a heck of a mess right now if it wasn't for the ladies because of what they do. So we really appreciate them. We have a number of things up here on this table. One thing that I have, and I'm so glad that my dad saved down through the years, is all the yearbooks. I've got a yearbook that goes back to 1938 when my uncle, M.P. Moore, was president of this club. Also, there's a number of other people that a lot of you all remember who were presidents of the San Antonio Rotary Club, but I've got something comical that I want to tell you about one of the presidents of the club. How many of you remember Judge Dick Thomas? I know most of you do, a lot of the others don't. Dick was president of the club in 1952 and 1953. And he would go out and drink coffee with a lot of the other people in San Antonio, kind of like we do now, Jerry, with all our bunch, Cahill and I and Kirk and all of us go out to the Huddle House. But they used to go somewhere, I don't know where it was, Sandman or somewhere, and drink coffee. Well, Dick had a unique sense of humor. He was a member of the Rotary Club at that time, and also our first pastor, Dr. John Flowers, was a member of the Rotary Club as well for a short period of time. And they were sitting around the table talking about how everybody loved San Antonio. And when people came to San Antonio, they didn't seem to want to leave. Somebody asked Dr. John, said, Dr. John, you've been here for a while. What do you think about San Antonio? And John said, well, I just love San Antonio. I raised all three of my girls. And they went to school here. I love the church. I love the town. And he said, you know, I just don't want to go anyway. He said, next place I want to go, we want to go to heaven. And Dick Thomas, in his unique way, said, John, it's going to be a mighty lonely place up there. Nobody but Robert E. Lee, George Washington, and my mother-in-law.
Well, excuse me, if you remember, some of the older ones, when we had the meetings at the Sandman, one Rotary banquet, Valentine's banquet, Dick was the speaker. And at that time, we probably had, help me, Kurt, 65, 70 members in the club. Yeah. And Dick roasted every Rotarian, if you remember that. That's the same. Yeah, he called everybody by the nicknames. Eddie was Steady Eddie. I was the man who married above himself, and he roasted everybody.
Yeah, that was foreclosure.
Oh, how long was that?
What was your name, Coach?
White Oak.
White Oak.
Yeah, I do.
You should have been a stand-up comedian, really. You should have been.
There's something else that I don't know what you call this comical that I can remember or not. Right after we took Sarah Bondurant into the...
We all want to tell this story, but Buck's got me started.
Well, I'm not going to tell it as it was.
Well, I am.
Anyway, Sarah lady member of our club, and it was very unique and very ironic, I suppose you could say, that we should have a urologist come to put the program on the next meeting after she became a member of the Rotary Club. And, you wanna tell them what the program was about?
Me? Yeah, tell Jimmy, get up here. This is your story. Come on, Jimmy. This is really Jimmy's story. He loves to tell it. Come on, Jimmy.
All right, well, as Buck said, Sarah Bonner was the first lady member of the club. Anyway, Bob Carey, he was the hospital administrator. He had scheduled a program that had this urologist, Tom Shelton, who happened to be my doctor. Anyway, he made a talk on penile implants.
Penile implants. Y'all know what they are?
Explain it to us.
You want me to explain it? And Sarah swears that was really going to count up, but it really wasn't.
Yeah, well, that's true. That fellow had that program, and it was her first time at Rotary. Her first time. And it would have a screen like that with pictures. And Sarah turned her chair around and faced the wall while the program went on. And that was her very first program. She's now living in Israel. She's been gone for a long time, but that is funny.
That's right.
Who would have ever thought that would be the first program that came up with discussion of penile implants?
Y'all already mentioned that because it is part of the history of Rotary.
Don't forget it's perpetual.
Here is a picture of the Rotary Club in 1937 and 38. And they had 39 members at that time. Here is a picture. I have a picture of a book, somebody. 1952, 53. There were 52 members of the Rotary Club. So the Rotary Club has really been well and hearty in this town for a long time. Here's a picture of the Rotary Club, and Buck says it's for 1938. I think you've got this.
My granddad is in there, and he died in 38, so it had to be before 38.
Okay, this is a picture of the Rotary Club. Dr. Hal Martin, we got several pictures of him up here. That's right in front of the courthouse. And the Rotary, I guess that's where they took the picture. But there's all kind of folks.